Hi, Veronica. Do you know where Austin is? I've been trying to reach him for a while, but he didn't reply to any of my texts or calls. I'm a bit worried about him. We were supposed to meet today, but I haven't been able to get into contact with him. I really need to see him today, no matter what. It's quite an emergency. Oh, hi, Jade. I'm so sorry. The thing is, I wasn't feeling very well today, and Austin has been taking care of me all day. Oh, is that so? If that's the case, please give Austin back his phone. I would like to get in touch with him. I'm sure he wouldn't want to miss my call. It's really urgent and serious. But Austin just went out for a bit. He said he had to run some errands. He had to go to the pharmacy and the grocery store. He didn't have his phone with him. He left it here on the charger. Is everything okay? I need to talk to him urgently. It's about his father. He's not doing well. Father? But his father is already dead, Mom. He died a few years ago from cancer. Don't you remember? Oh, right. I'm sorry. I got confused for a moment. I meant his uncle. His father's brother. He's not doing well. Yeah, Mom. I'm so sorry to hear that. What happened to him? He had a heart attack this morning. He collapsed at home, and we had to call an ambulance. He's in the hospital right now. They're doing some tests on him to see how bad it is. That's terrible. I hope he'll be okay. Me too. Please remind Austin to call me as soon as possible. I need to update him on his uncle's condition and what the doctors are saying. I really do apologize. I'll tell him to contact you as soon as possible. It seems like he had just forgotten to respond to you. I apologize on his behalf. I've kept him quite busy today. No, it's fine. Your health is more important, so I'm glad he's taking care of you. You're pregnant, so it makes sense that Austin would prioritize you over anyone else. Yes, I'm really glad that Austin is by my side. I don't know what I would do without him. But I'm really sorry about today. He should have let you know earlier. Please don't apologize, dear. It's really okay. I understand the situation now. So could you do me a favor and make sure Austin calls me sometime soon? You want him to call you? Yes, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? He's my son after all. And this is a family matter. I just thought it wouldn't be too hard to make a quick call from home while he's taking care of you. I won't ask anything more for him. Just one call. Like I said, it really is an emergency, but I guess if you don't want him making calls right now, I don't have any other choice but to respect that. Oh, no, I don't mind at all. Of course, you guys should talk on the phone. In fact, why don't I just tell him to go see you in person? That would be even better than a phone call, right? I've been feeling a lot better lately, so it wouldn't be a problem at all for me to stay here by myself for a while. Oh, really? You would do that for me? That's so kind of you. I feel bad for taking him away from you, though. Are you sure you don't mind? I'm sure you're going through a lot right now and need Austin to look after you. Oh, it's completely okay. Please don't worry about it. Austin promised to meet you today, so he should keep his promise. He should be there for you too. You're his mother after all. And you're going through a tough time as well. I'm sure he would want to see you and comfort you. You are such a wonderful wife. I'm really glad Austin married you. You're so understanding and generous. Okay then, if Austin can come see me right now, that would be great. I'm sorry again for the trouble. Thank you so much for everything. No need to apologize, Mom. It's really no problem at all. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Take care, Mom.
Hey, Veronica. I'm on my way to the hospital right now. I know you must be feeling hungry, so I want to get you something to eat. Do you have any cravings or preferences for food? I can buy you anything you want to eat. Just name it.
Aw, thank you, Austin. You're so sweet and thoughtful. You always take such good care of me. Maybe some fruit? I heard they're very nutritious and beneficial for pregnant women, and they also help heal wounds faster. Plus, they're refreshing and delicious.
All right, I'll get you some fruit then. Any particular kind of fruit you want? How about some apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, or strawberries? Or maybe a fruit salad with a mix of everything. You been feeling okay?
I think I'll be okay. It seems like the baby is okay as well. The doctor said there was no serious damage to the baby or me. It still hurts a bit where I got hit, but other than that, I'll be able to have the baby without any problems. I'm so grateful for that.
I see. I'm really glad everything is okay. I've been so worried about you. Ever since I heard what happened, I couldn't sleep or eat or think straight. Who in the world would do something so atrocious? It's just vile. I swear, if I ever found who did this, I don't know what I'd do to them.
It's okay, Austin. Just stay by my side. That's all I need right now. The police are investigating the incident and they will handle everything. They said they have some leads and suspects already. I'm just so relieved the baby is safe. That's the most important thing to me. I feel so much better just knowing that.
Still, how can I stay calm in a situation like this? To barge into the house and assault you and the baby? No matter how you look at it, it's just completely absurd. Not to mention, utterly infuriating. Do you still remember what the guy looked like? Maybe we can help the police with some details.
I told the police everything, but his face was hidden. He was wearing a mask and a hoodie. He also wore gloves and didn't say anything. He just came in and started hitting me. I don't have anything to identify him by.
Damn it. What am I supposed to do now? How can we catch this guy if we don't have any clues?
Don't worry about it, Austin. Just leave it to the police to handle things. They're professionals. They'll find him sooner or later. I really need you right now. I know you have a lot on your mind, but the only thing I want from you is for you to hold my hand through this.
Okay. For now, I'll just head to the hospital. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Austin. I'm really happy I get to see you today.
Veronica, I need to tell you something. And it's not going to be easy to hear.
Oh, what happened? Aren't you at work right now?
No, I took the day off work today without telling anyone at the office. Or should I say, it was a no-call, no-show. Anyways, that's not important right now. What's important is I found out something about the incident.
You did? What about the incident?
First of all, there were apparently 2 people there at our house that day. One was the guy who attacked you, and the other was the lookout who stayed outside the whole time.
There were 2 people? Really? But I thought there was only one guy involved in this whole thing. So that's what I told the police.
Well, it turns out there were 2 of them. And one of them actually contacted me earlier today. He saw the details of what happened on the news and decided to call us.
He called us? Why would he call after committing such a crime?
He said he couldn't handle the guilt after everything that happened. He said he wanted to confess and tell us everything. The 2 guys are part of a crime syndicate. They work as hired thugs for various clients. They usually do things like extortion, robbery, kidnapping, or murder. But they also work odd jobs as a cover-up during the day. Apparently, the guy who called me didn't know that the job involved punching a pregnant woman.
The job? What do you mean by that?
Someone hired them to make sure you have a miscarriage. And the person who hired them...
Who was it? Did you find out?
Listen, Veronica, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what you've been through. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you.
Why are you apologizing, Austin? It's not your fault at all. You didn't cause this. You didn't do anything wrong to me.
Actually, I did, Veronica. I did something very wrong. I have to tell you something terrible and shocking.
What is it, Austin? What's bothering you? You're scaring me.
The people who beat you up, they didn't do it randomly. They were hired. Someone paid them a lot of money to hurt you badly.
What? That's insane. Who would do such a thing? Who would want to hurt me like that?
My mother, Veronica, Jade. She was the one who hired them. She was behind this all along.
What? Your mother, Jade? No, that can't be true. That's impossible. Why would she do that to me?
I know. I was so shocked when I heard it too. It took a while to process everything, but it's true. My mother was able to get in contact with one of the guys through her connections. She paid him a large sum of money and gave him our address. She told him to make sure you lose the baby. He took one of his subordinates with him to make sure someone was on the lookout, but he didn't tell him what the job involved.
Does that mean The reason why your mother wanted to see you that day?
Yeah. She wanted to make sure you were all alone at the house. She knew I wouldn't be there because I had work. She planned everything out perfectly. The names of the two guys are Samuel and Jaden. The guy named Jaden is the one who called me today. He was Samuel's subordinate. He didn't know about the details of the job until he was already at the scene of the crime.
This guy, Jaden, what's he going to do now?
He said he was going to turn himself in to the police. He said he couldn't live with himself after what he did. He also gave me Samuel's name and phone number. He said he was sorry and hung up. It's only a matter of time before Samuel is arrested as well. I also already contacted the police and told them everything I know. I'm sure my mother will be taken in any time, too.
Why would your mother do something like this? I can't believe it. She was always so kind to me. She always treated me like family.
A few years ago, my mom started acting a bit strange after my dad passed away. I guess she couldn't handle the grief of losing him and started becoming attached to me as a result, I think, since I'm her only son and all. She had always been a bit overprotective since I was little, but it just got worse and worse these past few years.
What do you mean by worse? How did she act?
She never let it out in front of you, but she would always talk about you behind your back. She was always complaining about how much she didn't like you and how much she disapproved of you as my wife. She was also against us having a child together. She would throw fits about it all the time. By the time you were already in your last month of pregnancy, it seemed like she had given up and accepted the fact that the child was going to be born. That's why I let down my guard, and I thought everything was okay. I never in my wildest dreams thought she was capable of something like this.
Does that mean that your mom was afraid that once the baby was born, you wouldn't have time for her anymore?
I'm almost certain that's the case here. She always wanted me to prioritize her over anyone else. She always wanted me to be by her side and do everything she said. She always wanted me to be her perfect son who never disobeyed her or disappointed her. She couldn't stand the idea of me having a family of my own and being happy with someone else. So she decided to take matters in her own hands and try to destroy our happiness.
That's so twisted. How could she be so selfish and cruel?
I don't know, Veronica. I don't know what went wrong with her. Maybe she needs help. Maybe she needs therapy. Maybe she needs medication. Maybe she needs love. But whatever she needs, it doesn't justify what she did to you and our baby. There's no excuse for that. That's just beyond.
Hi, Veronica. How are you feeling today? I hope you're recovering well from the incident. I'm so devastated by what those two men did to you. They were so vicious and cruel. It's just unthinkable. I hope you recover soon. And your poor baby. I'm so sorry for your loss. You must be heartbroken as well. 2 men? How did you know there were 2 men involved? Oh, I read it on the news. Yeah, that's right. The news said there were 2 men who attacked you. Really? That's strange. Because I never told the news that there were 2 men. I only told them there was 1 man. The other one was a lookout who stayed outside. How did you know that detail? I don't know. Maybe I got confused. Or misread something. Or maybe I forgot. Forgot? How can you forget something like that? Jade, you don't have to pretend anymore. I already know the truth. I know you hired those 2 men to hurt me and my baby. What? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Why would I do such a thing? Don't play dumb with me, Jade. Excuse me. I don't understand what's going on. Why are you getting all upset, dear? Oh, just cut the act. I swear I'll never forgive you for this. Austin told me everything. He told me how you paid those thugs to make sure I have a miscarriage. You planned everything out perfectly. You wanted to see him that day to make sure I was alone at home. You hired a guy named Samuel to come and assault me, right? We have evidence. Just hold on. What in the world are you talking about? I would never do something like that. How could you even assume that I was a part of this? I'm quite hurt. Oh, so you really are going to try and play dumb? Are you sure that's what you're going to choose to do here? The more you try to cover up your crime, the worse the consequences will be later on. Are you really okay with that? Well, I don't even understand what's going on, so I really don't know what to say. What crime? Who is this guy? Samuel? I don't know anyone that goes by that name. What a pathetic excuse to make. I don't even care anymore. You're just one shameful fool, aren't you? Do you even feel any remorse about what you did? How dare you? A fool? Well, then, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. Yes, Veronica, it's true. I hired those men to get rid of you and your baby, and I don't regret it at all. I despise you. You're the one who seduced my son, Austin, just so you could have a child. You're the fool who only thinks about yourself. Huh? I seduced Austin? Are you kidding me? I know you don't really love Austin. You don't care about him. He told me himself that it was your dream to raise your own child. For you, the father didn't matter as long as you could have a child. Am I wrong? Yes, it's true that it was my dream to be a mother. But what does that have to do with anything? It's not like Austin was opposed to the idea. He also wanted to have a child with me. You never objected to me having a child either. In fact, you said you were happy for us. So now, after months of being pregnant, you want to make a fuss about it? I tried to tell him many times how I felt, but he never listened to me when it came to you. He just kept being stubborn and blind. I'm sure you manipulated Austin into going against me, didn't you? He was always a good boy, obeying me faithfully until you showed up. He never told me anything about how you felt about the pregnancy in the first place. He probably kept it from me because he was ashamed of how pathetic and controlling you were acting. Understandable. A child born from a mother like you is way more pathetic and pitiful, if you ask me. Don't make Austin waste his life away raising a child like that. He deserves better. If you had any respect for him at all, you would let him go. You know what? I really do sympathize with the fact that you lost your husband. I know it must have been hard, but that doesn't give you the right to interfere with your son's life like this. You need to deal with your own issues. You don't know anything. My husband and my son are the reason I keep living. Everything I did for them. After my husband died, Austin was the only family I had left. You took him away from me. How could you possibly understand how I feel? You have no right to lecture me like this. Took him away? That couldn't be further from the truth. Austin is a grown adult who can make his own choices. And besides, Austin always tried to make time for you and include you in his life. Why are you being so selfish and possessive? Do you even care about how Austin feels? Whatever. At least Austin understands the situation clearly now. He must have realized how much I truly love him. Hopefully he'll reconsider his actions and choose better this time. Reconsider his actions? How did you expect him to react? Austin already reported you to the police. Not only that, but he plans to cut you out of his life completely. What?
Mom, it's over.
Oh, Austin, I'm so relieved you understand how I feel now. I did this all for you. You know how much I love you, right? You're going to prioritize me from now on, right?
I'm sorry to say that I don't recognize you as my mother anymore. The police are on their way to arrest you. Either stay at home until they get there, or turn yourself in. There's no escape for you.
How could you say that to your own mother? After everything I've done for you? This is how you repay me?
You are a criminal, okay? In fact, you are practically a murderer. Do you get that?
What? That's absurd. I was just doing what was best for our family.
That guy Samuel hesitated a bit before punching Veronica in the stomach, and the impact wasn't as strong as it could have been. Who knows what would have happened if he had attacked Veronica with full force?
Isn't it all fine now then? It's not like Veronica had a miscarriage. The baby is alive and well. I feel sorry for what I did. So let's just forget about it and raise the child together. Let's start over. I really give up this time. After this incident, I think I was able to sort out my feelings about everything at this point. I think it's time to accept the child.
There is something seriously wrong with you. Don't tell me about how sorry you feel now. Save it for the police.
The police? What? I'm getting arrested too?
Of course! Hiring someone to commit a crime is a crime itself, and I could never forgive you for harming my precious wife and child. You crossed the line.
Please don't do this to me. Don't leave me alone like this. I swear I'll die. I was just so lonely. It was so painful losing my husband. The grief was too much to bear. And I couldn't cope with it. I made a foolish mistake, that's all.
I know it must have been difficult losing your husband, but trying to end the life of an unborn baby is unforgivable. Did you really think I would forgive you for doing this? Please, just don't say anything anymore. It's really painful seeing my mother in such a pitiful state.
You think I'm pitiful? I'm glad to hear that. That means you still care about your mother.
I'm not actually pitying you. You're just too pathetic to look at right now.
Fine, whatever. I don't care what happens anymore. If I'm going to get arrested, I might as well fight to the end and go all out.
Fight till the end? What do you mean by that? Let's just calm down now.
I'm already in front of the hospital. Come out.
Hey, what are you thinking of doing? Stop it. You've done enough already. Huh? Why is the emergency alarm going off? What did you do?
Oops. What do you know? I punched the nurse at the reception. If things were going to end up like this, I should have taken matters into my own hands from the start.
What the? I just heard that you're holding a knife. You need to stop right now.
Oh, the knife. I'm going to take that baby out of your wife's stomach. Just you wait, little one. I'll save you from your misery. Oh no, look what I've done. Gosh, I just stabbed the security guard by accident.
Stop! Just stop! I beg you, just calm down already!
Austin, what happened? Is everything all right?
My mom was finally arrested. The nurse at the reception suffered light injuries. As for the security guard that was stabbed, it thankfully wasn't life-threatening since it was his shoulder. It seems like he'll be able to have a complete recovery with no after effects.
I'm really relieved. I was so worried. I thought I would have a heart attack when I heard what was happening. But how about you, Austin? Didn't you suffer some injuries as well?
Oh, it was nothing. Just some small cuts. Honestly, it's a bigger deal that my designer shirt is all damaged now.
Just come back to the hospital room as soon as possible. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I just need you by my side right now.
I'm still being questioned by the police, but I'll go to you as soon as it's all finished.
Sorry. I know you have a lot to process as well. This must have been a lot for you too.
No, I feel a lot better now. It's okay. There's just one thing I'm really scared about.
What? What is it?
I've been getting non-stop calls from my workplace. Probably because I didn't show up at work today.
The incident that almost cost me and my baby our lives was a turning point for everyone involved. Samuel and Jaden, the two men who attacked me, were arrested and charged with attempted murder, assault, and conspiracy. Jade, my husband's mother who hired them, was also arrested and charged with the same crimes. They were all sentenced to long prison terms and sent to different prisons. I heard that they had a hard time adjusting to life behind bars, especially Jade, who was shunned by her fellow inmates for her heinous act. As for me and my husband Austin, we were able to move on from the trauma and enjoyed our married life together with no one to interfere. I was able to safely give birth to our beautiful baby boy, who we named Ethan. He was the spitting image of his father, with his bright blue eyes and curly blonde hair. He was also very smart and cheerful, always curious about everything around him. He brought so much joy and laughter into our lives. We loved him more than anything in the world. We were truly blessed and grateful for everything we had. But we never forgot what we had gone through and what we had learned from it. We always made sure to protect each other and our home from any possible harm or threat.